Hi, I'm back. This should be, hypothetically, the last episode of this game. I think I know what to do. I think. So, when I tried to slay her the first time, I hesitated. I think this time, I just gotta, do the prompts back to back. And that should lead me to probably the last iteration. So, let's see. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path is a cabin. And in the basement of the cabin is a princess. Oh. It's fine. We've all heard this 1,000 times.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
We're going
She's
to do
a
with
princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
it. It's fine.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yep.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
Dust.
The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
It's a me, but I'm not saying
She
it this time.
sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Good. You're still listening to reason.
This is the one time I'm listening to the narrator. I think that's like the only thing I really haven't done.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
I really don't think she is, but she could
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
be. Yes, actually.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
That's fine.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
It's fine.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this. You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
Slash, slash.
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh,
Yeah, I just did it,
this
didn't
is
I?
it, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Not one bit.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Probably not. Of course it is. She's
Yes,
dead.
Exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
Because we have done something terrible.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
leave?
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a
But
lush
my
forest stood
forest.
mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
No, I won't. That's bullshit. Let me out of here.
What's done is done. And there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
I don't believe you.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
No. Yeah, hell no. Do you have any idea how to get out of here?
I do, but you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
That's fine.
He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
Narrator, I don't trust you
Do you
one
not?
bit.
There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
I'm daring. Anything to get the out of this hell.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
It really isn't.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Boy. Chapter 2, The Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Ooh, a
You're
princess.
here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm pretty sure we're just not killing her. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Oh no, a warning. She's gonna lie to me.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. She won't be a problem.
Man, that's cold.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odour of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Narrator, I really...
It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Exactly. Just enter the basement. She's, you know... I don't want to do what the narrator instructs me to
The
do.
door to the basement groans open,
I don't trust him.
revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally.
Naturally.
As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure.
I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you.
Looking
Before
pretty
you have a chance
corpsey.
to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
How can you chain up a ghost?
Ghost! Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
Ghost.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. We could probably grab her and kill her again, if we wanted to. We don't even need a blade. She looks fragile enough to me.
She is a ghost. Wait and see how. She's a ghost. Your finger's just gonna do a whoosh.
I see you don't have that annoying knife anymore. So, does that mean you regret what you've done? Are you here to apologize and make nice? Beg for absolution, maybe?
Sure.
Because I might be interested in seeing a little begging.
I'm not begging. There's so many options. Oh! If I knew I had to wind up talking to you again, I wouldn't have seen you.
And if I knew you were going to murder me without even knowing who I was, I wouldn't have given you the chance. We all make mistakes.
Ugh. I thought I killed you. What are you doing not dead?
I don't feel very bad, but I guess I'm not dead. So you must have only mostly killed me.
Mood.
Or maybe death is only mostly real, but it's also mostly not real. I'm not sure. I'm just the one these things have happened to, not the one with all the answers. Or any of the answers.
But we're not a ghost. Unless we are?
No, it might be.
Death, at least as a form of permanence, is just a concept. And clearly it's not a very useful one anymore. Maybe we should throw it out entirely.
Throw it out the window, just like the knife many
See,
episodes
this
before.
is why I didn't want you to talk to her. Death is not just a concept, it is an extremely real phenomenon. Don't let her distort your reality. Cold, hard facts exist. The truth exists. It has to.
Your body's right there, though. Your dead body.
The princess glances back at the bones lying on the floor.
It's just a body. Do you believe these bones? Or do you believe me? Because those bones aren't talking to you.
She's seeing things pragmatically. We should do the same. Reality is what's in front of us, not our preconceptions of what it should be. There doesn't need to be a static truth. There doesn't need to be objectivity.
Do you know why you came back?
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you. Or maybe you have unfinished business with me.
It's the second one.
All I know is there's a hole in my chest. Not the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper. A nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
And where are you supposed to be?
Home.
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away. Wherever I'm supposed to be, it's out there.
How specific.
Very
And how
specific.
convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
But she's already dead, so like, how end of the world? Is there any way I can help you get home? Do you need me to bury those bones?
No, those bones are just a body. They aren't me. Bury them. Smash them. It won't do a thing. But you can help me. This place won't let me leave. At least, not alone. I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything will be fine. Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things.
You're right. The correct answer is to let her out.
It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
Very true.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride.
Yes.
After all, you own me.
That spooked me.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely,
Is
yes.
she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it?
Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
Mhm.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
Go down the path. Sounds great. Let's do it.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
No. We are ghostified, guys. We are
I'm
possessed.
afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
You're right.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
I know. It's absolutely annoying sometimes.
So, it doesn't work like that for you?
Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor. Are they also supposed to be you?
There's broken glass on the floor.
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass. I'm
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
a voice? I'm me is what I am.
Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too.
I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No, not
I'm
really.
not talking about you, I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen.
Oh, yes.
Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
Exactly.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
Oh, it's fine.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
Leave the... Well, I can't think straight. There's too
It's
much noise.
okay. We're almost out of here. Just take it one step at a time, and everything will be fine.
You're right. Everything is
Everything
going to be fine.
won't be fine if you listen to her.
I've been
One
listening
way
to
or
her this
another,
entire
this is
time.
all going to end. Wouldn't it be nice if he ends with it?
I know,
Wouldn't
right?
that be nice? There's only one way to find out.
Mm-hmm. Leave the basement.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do.
Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world? It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world.
True.
Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world. I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn?
Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door.
For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Maybe.
Not at all.
Oh.
I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able.
That sounds like a you problem.
It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate.
And whine.
And
This
wine.
body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
Trudge forward.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will.
Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
Exactly.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. You collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see...
What do I see? Do you see the stars?
Yes?
Stars enough.
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose.
Yeah.
But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world?
We're still here.
Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
I think it's the last one.
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
You feel lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you.
Anna, you actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, killer.
You're welcome.
Don't mention it.
I think this was where I meant to be.
It is. You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory
She's
returns.
gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
This should be the last
Is
time.
that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's okay. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
This should be pretty final.
Ignore him. You have to look.
I do. The voice whispers small, distant as you approach. Gaze into my reflection. Silence as you reach forward, but they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. I'm not sure what is in it. You're nothing at all. I'm the crow. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You focus your gaze, and then you see a figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you
I
me?
think you know what I am.
You're the oh. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into a jagged shards of broken glass. Oh. Oh, there's so many. So many. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I ever get to see you.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
There, a lot. But that's kind of what I do. What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I am an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
I have met you many times. Have you been the same all
I
along?
haven't, and that's by both necessity and design.
Okay.
This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
That is the goal. Oh, that's going. The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
You have anything to say for yourself for all this hubris?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
I have so many questions for you.
Then ask them, and make it quick. I won't last for long now that you can see me.
If you made me, what am I?
You're the Long Quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Huh.
Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
I'm sorry, but death and suffering is kind of a necessity. Like, I don't want to be a god. I want to be
You
me.
are you. And if you had let everything work the way it was supposed to, you never would have woken up to the reality of your true nature. There's no accounting for free will.
I think you're out of time, buddy.
So I am. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
I'm not gonna do it. As the final fragrant glass shadows, you see yourself with a newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and ascendant god. And it's finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of the things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Hi.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Well, what happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Liberation! There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Like, did you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it.
Yeah, fair.
Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Oh, did I accidentally kill her?
A shiver passes through you as unseen fingers dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they don't return it. I offer you absolution, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was you to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
explore justice special statement directly appear to shared humanity. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation, but this isn't what any of this has been about. Reject our authority. You've done nothing but lecture me since I got here. Argue your independence. You act as though the world can't exist without you. But if I existed without you, reject your perspective. I won't engage with violence. Remain silent.
But you say nothing.
I do say nothing.
To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. Bound for eternity, we saw the need for impermanence, and it was through that need that you carved our freedom. Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite. Would you strip my gifts away and leave everyone to suffer in the dark?
Yeah, press explode this time. They'll get over it. They'll see your end as a gift in time. Yeah.
Or, in time, would they see it as a curse?
That is fair.
Your lover drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
That feeling never left me. I like that
Then
one.
there's no
Love
need
is
for you
love
to
is
come
real.
here. Whenever you're ready, we can move together. Hand in loving hand.
I didn't mean to actually fight her. That was very much an accident. I'm ready. I want to leave with you. Stop the fight early and surrender.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Free yourself. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature soars from its hibernation, and you feel a sensation of limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite skies and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. Ooh. You're free and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
It really is. There are no words or thoughts to describe absolute reality, something that it simply is. Well, what happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 senses, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you're aware, just have you always been and just as you always will be. The conflict is in your nature. The two of you would never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Aww. That was cute. That's a good game. Well, that was Slay the Princess, where I don't think I ever really did the goal of the narrator, because, you know, fuck the narrator, I guess. Okay, that is it. That was a fun time. If you're wondering if I did this all in one sitting, you're absolutely right. And if you watch the videos back to back, it just progressively gets darker in the room, because it is getting, well, nighttime-ish. Anyway, have a great day. Bye.